Hey babe, what's for dinner?
We're having pork tenderloin and risotto.
Sweet.
Hello, welcome to another edition of What's for Dinner, Mom? Here in the Midwest, it is fall and I am on team I love fall. We've been embracing all things fall, and that extends to the meals we've been eating here at home. We've been embracing all those comfort foods like chili, soups, shepherd's pie. Tonight's meal, no exception. In fact, we are ramping up the fall flavors with two new recipes that I found to try. One is the maple glazed pork tenderloin, and we're gonna pair that with a baked pumpkin goat cheese risotto. Not something I usually do, not this fancy. It's been a slow Saturday here. I thought let's have a little fun in the kitchen. So come along, let's see if I can pull these two new recipes off. Maybe we'll have some laughs together. So I think I am ready to get started on the risotto. I do love risotto, but it is so time consuming and it completely monopolizes you because you just have to sit there and stir it and stir it and stir it, right? You can't really do anything else except maybe drink some of the wine that you've stirred into that risotto while you're stirring. So I was trolling Pinterest and I came across what could be a game changer, a recipe for baked risotto. What? Baked in the oven? I don't know. We're gonna give it a try. And in fact, when I saw how it incorporated goat cheese and pumpkin and all these awesome flavors, one, it was kind of piqued my curiosity, like what's this gonna taste like? Two, will it work baking it in the oven? And three, I don't know, I was just excited to try something new. So I actually, while I do meal plan, and like most of us, I assume you pick your main entree, and then what my kids call the extras just kind of fall into place. This meal though, I was so excited to try this risotto, I planned the main entree around my side dish here, my extra. So I'm kind of wondering if you have any recipes for side dishes, because you know, sometimes we get stuck in a rut on those side dishes. If you have any recipes for side dishes that you are so excited about that you plan your main course around them, send them my way. Love to give them a try. We are going to get this started. It does take, according to the recipe, almost a full hour to bake once it goes in. So I'm going to get that started first, and then I'll kick back and relax a while before we get back to the tenderloin. So here we go. This particular recipe, I should mention, comes from reciperunner.com. I figure the first time around, I'll follow the recipes. And is it kind of like basil where I can roll it up? Let's see. All right, I think we're golden. Onions going in. So we'll bring that to a boil, and we'll throw her in the oven, and then I'm going to clean up a little bit and get ready to make a pork tenderloin. All right, here we are. We are still simmering or baking our risotto in the oven there, but I think we're close enough that we can start on the tenderloin. Now, usually when I think tenderloin, I eat like the ones that are like pre-marinated, and you just pull them out of the package and stick them in the oven for whatever amount of time the package says, and you're just done. But when I looked around for those tenderloins, I couldn't find any that were marinated in a flavor that I thought would go well with this risotto, because remember, plan this meal around the risotto. So I went with a plain tenderloin, and thought I would come up with my own flavoring, which I did not. I stumbled across this recipe from one of my favorite sites, Iowa Girl Eats, and I thought, okay, this is still gonna be a little extra work, but we're gonna give it a go. So we're gonna season this up. We're gonna brown it in our skillet, which I'm gonna get the oil heating up here while I do that. And once it's done browning on all its sides, it's gonna go in the oven at a higher temperature than what the risotto is baking at. So unfortunately I wasn't able to like do them simultaneously, but that's okay. The risotto will hang out. Oil's still heating up a little bit, let's finish up talking about the risotto when it comes out. We are going to be stirring in some wine. If you're hesitant about cooking with wine or putting the wine in, you can leave it out. I have made risotto without the wine before. It's not quite the same. The wine adds a little something. Eagle-eyed viewers will notice that I don't use expensive wine when I'm cooking. And some goat cheese. I'm really excited about that. And then we're gonna stir and stir and stir and stir that for a couple minutes until it, I guess, resembles risotto. Again, I haven't ever done this before, so we're gonna find out. Don't always measure either, but first time I'll do. All right, hopefully the risotto is finished. It's gonna be a little too hot for me to just sample straight out of the oven, so we're just gonna have to hope for the best. I made a lot of risotto too. That's okay. Like I said, I really like risotto, so I might be eating risotto for the rest of the week. Let's kick this up for our pork. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's got like little holes in it. All right, so in goes our wine. And some goat cheese. We'll save some of it for topping it later. And let's start stirring. Oh yeah, it looks like risotto. That was hot. Smells like risotto. It says stir vigorously. I don't know. How vigorously should I stir? I don't want to send risotto flying all over the place. For 2 minutes, okay. Well, you know what? For those 2 minutes, let's get one side of our pork going. Oh yeah, oh, in you go, a little tighter. All right. Oh yeah, oh yeah, okay, that's looking good. And I realized I never really added salt to the risotto, so I'm gonna do that now. The goat cheese will lend some saltiness to it, but I'm sure we're gonna need a little more. Whoa, maybe not that much though. Let's start with some, all right. And then that's just hanging out until our pork is ready. We can cut this part out.
Yeah.
Me drinking the cheap wine.
What's that?
Me drinking the cheap wine. Our tenderloin is in the oven baking. When it comes out, it's gonna rest for a bit while we finish up with the cider maple dijon sauce. And she And this sounds very intriguing again. It does call for a hard cider. Again, I guess if you're nervous about cooking with alcohol, the alcohol will boil out and you'll be just left with flavor. But I don't, I suppose you could give like just regular cider a try. I don't know how well this will, I've never made a sauce quite like this before. But I do have a cider. I wasn't able to find the one that she preferred, so we're gonna try this one, and some real maple syrup and some Dijon. That'll get stirred together, then we'll thicken it up with some cornstarch, and then it is time to plate and eat, which is great because I am delicious and it is smelling so good in here. I'm ready to dig in.
They can't come in.
You go outside, sweetie. All right, we're gonna pull this out to rest while we finish up with a sauce. Here's my reminder that this is a hot skillet. Thank you for that tip. So we've got our cider. I think it's all going in except the cornstarch. The cider, the maple syrup, and the Dijon. All right. The sauce is thickening up, the pork has rested. This is definitely a meal that's been made with a little extra love, a little extra time than our normal family dinners. We are going to carve up the pork and plate up everything, top our risotto, and we are going to eat. Awesome, we are back. Our bellies are full. We have finished our delicious dinner with our 2 new recipes we gave a try. I think we can all agree that the risotto was the star of the show, but the pork was still delicious too. We just needed to find a way to get that sauce a little bit thicker. But it was great. I will be baking risotto in the future. That's an awesome thing that I learned about. Love it. And if you have enjoyed our adventure together, I would say scroll down just a touch more, like and subscribe. What's for Dinner, Mom? And until next time, happy fall, y'all.